First of all, one of the #1 coin dealers in the world, our resident numismatist. He is the one, the only, Mr. Mike Mezak. It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, my friend.
Mike, this is a big night tonight.
Big night.
Okay, let's start with a couple previews. We're going to put our details on the screen. I've missed the past few coin shows with you, and I've seen what's been going on. A lot of excitement, right?
Got some crazy stuff coming.
Right now?
Right here and coming up, crazy stuff.
Okay, it's big times ahead. Let's start here, Mike. 2025 SP70 Annex, first day of issue. Only 587 of these?
We're debuting this right here. The SP, we're going to get into this, rarest burnished silver eagle that the United States Mint has ever made, which makes it the rarest regular issue silver eagle that the United States has ever made since 1986.
Okay.
That's this one. We had the ARs, they sold out instantly. Look at the, usually would have 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 500. The Mint cut back the mintage so much, it reduced what everybody can get out there. So our numbers are minuscule.
That's fighting talk right there. That's real rare. We are accepting pre-orders right now, obviously, before we actually get to the items. So definitely call in if you want to get in early. The next one I want to make mention of, we're going to flip our details and share with you. Again, all of these are available online at hsn.com. Let's talk about the eagle, the silver eagle with the eagle privy mark.
Now, here's the crazy thing. So this is with the eagle privy mark right here, and you see the limited edition.
Yes.
Sadly, I just don't have that many right now. We finally got them in, they're grading so poorly. The 70s are going to be even harder to get. The 70s are even going to be even more valuable, and these will sell out today. Maybe tonight, for sure in the prime time tonight.
Oh, this is big.
One day only is what you're going to get right here.
Again, I strongly advise ordering now. If you know you want it, we are on FlexPay of $66.66. That's just a sneak peek at a couple of our items as we head over to our first item and say happy birthday to you, or maybe somebody in the family or your life, and you want to celebrate their birthday in a very memorable way. Mike, what a great birthday gift, the gift of gold.
Solid 24-karat gold coin right here.
Can't do better than that.
That's right, and you can see that it has right here, it has the mintage figures, it has everything else, limited edition of 50,000, presented in like this credit card that you have right here. It's easy to give. Look at the price.
We're $29.99?
And I can tell you this right now, I've seen this out there nowhere else for $29.95. We've seen $34.95, $39.95. I've seen it as high as $50. $29.95 here, right now. Great opportunity. I do not have unlimited quantities. This is solid 24-karat gold.
Heavens above, I just bought a card the other day. It was $9 and change just for a birthday card.
Just a regular birthday card, right.
This is insane.
Now, and you give someone gold, they're like, oh, I can't even accept this. How many times do you get that?
Right.
You know, I can't take gold. This is 24 karat gold.
They'll have this forever.
That's right. $29.95.
Okay, we don't have a million of these, as you would imagine. We are doing FlexPay as well, which is nuts. It's $10 on FlexPay to give the gift of gold.
That's crazy, $10.
An original, creative gift idea, something that somebody's going to appreciate, that's affordable, but it's also special. It's hard to find great gift ideas, Mike.
Absolutely 100%. And particularly something like this that projects so much value. You know what I'm saying? Not only how you value the person, but just value itself. When someone gets gold, they understand gold. Everybody understands gold, is what it comes down to. And you can give the gift of gold for less than $30. Real gold. That's not gold. That's a solid gold coin. Now, it doesn't weigh a whole lot, obviously, at $29.95. But, I mean, it's actual, real 24-karat gold. I mean, gold was $3,300 an ounce on Friday.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to say, obviously, we live in a climate right now where the price of gold has escalated to record highs.
New record every day. Record. Every day is a new record, it seems. And not only that, because of other things that are going on, we're not importing as much gold as we were. So physical gold is extraordinarily scarce right now.
Okay, well then that makes it even more of a special item. Whose birthday is on the calendar? Whose birthday is coming up and you were just thinking earlier today, what am I going to get them? What could I get them? Is it your grandson? Is it your granddaughter? Is it your children? Is it a sister or a brother? Anybody in the family? Is it Uncle Doug? What do you buy somebody that's got everything, they haven't got this. They're always going to love gold. Nobody's ever going to turn the nose up at gold. It's better than getting them just another gift card. It's a $29.99 price. And Mike, you just said it, out there in the market, there's nothing better than this. No better price.
We're talking about 35 to 40 is kind of the average.
Okay.
You know, we're right there at the top of the food chain, if you will, in terms of getting these. I mean, that probably passes through 2 or 3 hands, passes through 1 hand to you.
Yes,
okay?
yes, right.
You know, basically, you know, we get it and it goes to you.
So you save.
Right, and because of that, you save at $29.95. Pure gold for less than 30 bucks.
We're off to a flying start, everybody. People buy multiples. We're not limiting quantities. So if you want to buy ahead for later in the year, you can absolutely do that.
And by the by, it's a coin.
Right.
It's actually legal tender.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, it's legal tender in the Republic of Chad, but it's legal tender nonetheless. So it's still a coin, so it has numismatic value of only 50,000 limited edition. So you've got a happy birthday limited edition of 50,000 coin as well as solid gold, like I said, for less than 30 bucks.
We have less than 200 now before it is sold out. So fewer than 200 before it is sold out. Thank you for all your orders. As we start our big coin collector show for this evening, a lot of pre-orders have come through, Mike. You knew it would happen. This is going to be
I don't know. You know, we've had some big shows here.
I know you have.
I don't know, 587 we can sell out in a 1 a.m. show. It's possible. We had this in advance release, and it was 349.29. I forget what it was. Okay. It was more than this. Sold out instantly. Sold out instantly. So what we're talking about here is the SP coin.
Okay.
Okay, and what SP stands for is that's a special finish. It's a burnished American Silver Eagle. Got to give a little Silver Eagle history. President Ronald Reagan signs the Liberty Coin Act into law. They start making proof Silver Eagles and mint state Silver Eagles. And that's what they made from 1986 until 2006. And then they added the burnished Silver Eagle, the special collector edition uncirculated version. You can tell it has the West Point Mint mark on it in 2006. And so since 2006, they've made 3 different coins every year, the regular issue coins. Mint state, proof, satin finish, burnished Silver Eagle. Okay. Every year since 2006, the rarest of those 3 coins is always the burnished coin.
Right.
2006, 2007, 2008, I think they averaged about 400,000 coins. Okay. Averaged about 1 million proof coins during that period, and about 8.5 or 9 million mint state Silver Eagles. That has continued on. Well, this year, there's a lot of stuff going on in the mint I'm going to talk to you about. My next show is not till June 25th. Incredible coin coming out there that we're going to be, I'll give you a little preview of. But, you know, so the mint has all this stuff coming out. And so all of a sudden, they're having a hard time getting blanks. And the burnished Silver Eagle is so incredibly difficult to make. They announced that they're only going to make 90,000 coins.
Which is nothing.
It's nothing. I think it makes it the 6th rarest Silver Eagle of any kind. Even the special edition ones that are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 coins. So since all the regular issue American Silver Eagles from 1986 until today, 2025, this is the rarest coin.
Okay.
So this is the rarest coin that is just coming out. They might not even make the 90,000. They're just short on absolutely everything. Now, the cool thing about the burnished Silver Eagle, I have to kind of get into the kind of, you know, the nitty gritty here, if you will. Sure. Burnishing means that they have specially prepared this planchet. There's a machine that's called a burnishing machine, and it's just kind of a big wash tub full of little, almost super tiny little ceramic balls, and they run the planchet through there, and it gives it this beautiful finish that you have here, almost a matte finish. That's why they call it satin finish. They have to individually hand feed every planchet into the press. In today's world of complete and total and utter automation, a mint employee must quite literally take that in gloved hand and put it into the press. Oh my. Individually hand feed every single blank into the press to create this American Silver Eagle that you have here. That's one of the reasons it's the rarest. And now this year, with all the other things that they're doing, they simply don't have the manpower. So we're now down to making literally the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle in the history of the program in nearly half century. This is going to be the coin. So now is your opportunity. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
Most people don't know about this. Okay, most people, now it's out there, it's public information, but not everybody pays attention to it.
Right.
We pay attention to it, big time. So we go to try to buy extra of these Silver Eagles, and all of a sudden we find they're simply not available. Hence my addition of only 587 coins. All of a sudden, I'm getting 0 of these, you know, I don't get 0, but I mean, in the past, burnished, I could usually, it's always been the coin that I think's been most overlooked.
Yeah.
I think it's the most undervalued of all the Silver Eagles to start with. And so we were always able to get, you know, a couple, 3,000, 4,000 coins with it, because they'd make 150,000, 200,000, 250,000 of them, and we could always get them. Everybody kind of gravitated towards the proof. Well, this year it wasn't the case. They had a household limit on these for one of the very first times in the history of the U.S. Mint when this coin comes alive. And so now what you have is incredible rarity. You have an incredible opportunity, but there's only 587. Our average first day of issue mintage on these has been probably 11 or 1,200, maybe as many as 1,500. And since it was the rarest, I wished it would have been 1,500.
Right.
Because I mean, it's such a great opportunity. It's such a great story, but it's not the case. I just can't get the coins. 587. That's our number, 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. Please understand. And it's a burnished silver, so it's not a regular Silver Eagle. So the United States Mint doesn't charge. So a regular Silver Eagle, which they don't sell to the general public, is basically silver plus a premium. This coin from the United States Mint is triple what a regular Silver Eagle is for cost.
Okay.
Triple what a
much more premium.
A huge premium, because it has the West Point mint mark. It's a collector item. They have to hand feed the blanks into the press. And then this year they have so much going on. There's only 90,000 mintage is what they said for the product line. They call it 90,000. You know, they may do a couple other little things, but we're going to be under 100,000, I think, on this is what it comes down to. And I think the rarest one prior to this is 120. Something like that. I think it's 2012 is the next rarest. So, I mean, you have rarity at an unprecedented level, okay, with collectability double what it was in 2012. Everybody doing this. Silver double what it was in 2012. And all of a sudden you got silver starting to expand. And then you've got the rarity. Now you have the collectability. Now you have the exclusivity with the first day of issue that you can only get here. And there's only 587. So whatever we don't sell here, and we may well sell all these right here, right now, I just don't know, but it will sell out in the prime time tonight. That's almost 100% guarantee.
It's just layer upon layer of value. I mean, I'm hearing Mike, I'm listening to Mike, I'm seeing the response here on our phone lines on hsn.com, and I can see that you guys obviously get it as well. With all the orders being placed, we are obviously very, very limited. If you have this in your shopping cart, you gotta check out. If all these folks are ordering and you have not checked out, it can go from your shopping cart.
So you're doing this and someone just walks by, yeah.
Yes, they do. Because if the demand is outweighing the supply and there's somebody that's not actually paid for it yet, it will vanish from your shopping cart. We do have a little bit of hold now. We're saying 4 minutes or sell out. Whatever is left, if there's any left, will be seen tonight. This is extraordinary.
7 and 8 p.m. tonight.
Right. This is obviously a big show for us. We are making this available on FlexPay. We are one of the only places in the world, obviously, where we take these extraordinary collectibles and make it so supremely affordable at no additional charge, Mike.
Yeah, it's insane. We have FlexPay,
yes,
and when we get up a little higher, we have like VIP financing.
Absolutely.
And it's funny. So in the coin business, people they ask me lots of things, but the number one question I get from dealers, how do you do VIP financing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 12-month or 18-month interest-free. I think we have to be a little higher for us to get to that, and we have coins that do that all the time. And I tell them, I said, in all honesty, it's magic.
Yeah. That's the honest answer.
It's magic. And so FlexPay is the same thing. Understand, FlexPay is not layaway. You get this home, and then you make your payments. You know what I'm saying? Even FlexPay is a little bit of magic, too. Because everybody else wants to hold the coin. You know, they're not going to give you payments or whatever it is, whether it be computers.
Have it.
Yeah, here, have at it.
That's why so many folks
That's why you can
have
build
been
your
here.
collection here.
Yes, and people have been building their collection with Mr. Mike Mezak and HSN for years and years and years.
Quarter century.
That's a big deal. Nowhere else can you go to find that trusted resource like you can on HSN. So with that in mind, we see you, we hear you. You can scan the QR code to get to the front of the line if you want in. It does feel like that, Mike, that with 2025, I know we're going to talk about pennies later on, and obviously all the changes that are coming around, right? It's a big deal, though.
It's massive, and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
It's a sea change. It's unbelievable, and this is creating, and that. It's all interconnected.
All at once.
You know, the United States Mint focusing on pennies and ending the penny, getting their last blanks for pennies. They have the Army Privy Mark Proof Silver Eagle coming up in 2 weeks. So, okay, it's just going to be
right now.
It's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
So they're doing all this stuff. They're doing they're doing American silver coins and gold coins with Batman and Superman on.
Are you serious?
The United States Mint. I mean, they have got so many things coming out, and so what that creates is their inability to make enough of these to demand.
Sure.
Okay? And so that's what this is, and it's flown a little bit under the radar. So now you have the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle that has ever been produced by the United States government. That's mint state, that's proof, that's burnished since 1986 until today. Most people don't even know about it. It's been out there in plain sight, hiding in plain sight, and now this is your opportunity. And now you can get it in its absolute, one of its rarest formats, which is first day of issue. First day of issue, but there's only 587, and they're only available right here at HSN.
Not anymore, there's not, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sure there's well less than 587.
Not anymore,
now.
There's not 587. Thank you for all your orders. We will keep you posted as orders are finalized. Again, if you're brand new to HSN, you don't need to be a part of a club. We are taking orders right now. We will send it to you for that one flex pay of $93.33. You can hold it in your hands. If you don't love it, you can return it for a refund of the purchase price as well. Okay, we're going to take a moment. We're going to move on to our next item over there because the hits just keep on coming with this next one. This time, Mike, here we go. First release Silver Eagle with the Eagle Privy Mark. We are under the $200 price point with FlexPay coming in at $66 and change. This coin is going to be generational. Okay. Okay. I don't say that. No, I'm very often. Exactly. I say that a couple times a generation. Indeed. I've been here a generation. Indeed. 25 years. Yes. I don't say that very often. The United States Mint, let me explain first what a privy mark is. A privy mark is a mark that's put on a coin to denote time or place or commemorate an event. I believe that the United States government created what I call the America series. They did it first with the Star Privy December last year. Good luck finding a Star Privy in Mint State 70. They followed it up this year. It's a 2-coin series with the Eagle Privy. And let me show you, the Privy mark is right here, okay? Right above the In God We Trust. Yes. Right above the In God We Trust, there's an eagle. See, for the Star Privy, it was just a little star right here. Yeah. But when they said we're putting an eagle on the eagle, I said, oh, great. They're going to put some little thing that looks like a butterfly. It's just a piece of junk. I mean, they've done it in the past, and I'm like, oh, great. And then the coin comes out, and I'm going, oh, bravo. I mean, one of the great coins. I mean, you have an eagle flying in a field. An unstruck part of the coin is called a field. Okay. So you have an eagle flying in a field above In God We Trust on an American silver eagle. Right. It's the greatest coin, I think, one of the greatest coins the Mint's ever made. Now, here's the problem. They only made 500,000. Okay. But now we have a bigger problem. The West Point Mint makes most of the silver eagles in America. Okay. Okay, or all of them, basically, other than every now and then. They asked the Philadelphia Mint to make these. Okay. Philadelphia Mint said, sure, it's a fine mint. They're really, really bad at making silver eagles. Okay. They just don't have the same equipment. They just don't have the same, expertise. They just don't have that same, silver eagle culture like they have at West Point Mint, because they've been making all the silver eagles for decades and decades. So they made the coins, and since they're not very good at it, when we grade them, they're very difficult to get in Mint State 70. They're what we call conditionally rare. Okay. They're what we call conditionally rare. They're very hard to get in Mint State 70. Now, I'm going to give you some kind of insider coin dealer data. Okay. Right now.
So they made 500,000 coins, okay? I have purchased and sent through grading now 50,000 coins. 10% of the entire mintage.
Wow.
I've got about 600 of these left. All the rest we've already sold. Here. All the NGCs we've sold, all the first day of issue, of those 50,000 coins, all the 70s are gone. That accounts for 10%, 1 in 10 of every one of these coins that the United States Mint has ever made. Keep in mind, they released another 50,000 early through the gaming company that they did these with. Those coins sell for, in Mint State 70, sell for $800 to $1,200. So between that and what I purchased, 20% of every one of these Eagle privies that have been released are already sold in Mint State 70 and already starting to move. I held this at my original issue price of $199.95 for the 600 or so
you
that
didn't
I
change
have left.
it.
I did not change this because I got it now. Now if I have to go into the marketplace to buy these coins to certify, first of all, they grade poorly. And the United States Mint did not sell these to the general public. So you've got to get original boxes. Those only come through what are called authorized purchasers. You got them they sold them originally at silver plus a premium, and obviously more than a regular Silver Eagle. Well, that premium has now doubled, and I believe it will double again. I believe these coins are in such short supply. I know that one of the APs was short about 10,000 coins, which isn't much for a guy like that. He could only find 7,000. Money wasn't the issue. They simply don't exist. Everybody that bought them is hanging on to them for dear life. And this is your opportunity to buy it now, and I would suggest then hanging on for dear life. This will be one of the great collectibles. Now, they only made 500,000 coins. Well, where does that stand in the pantheon of American Silver Eagles? It is the rarest Silver Eagle, Mint State Silver Eagle, ever made by the United States Mint.
The rarest one ever.
The next rarest, well, it's tied with the Star Privy, the two privies. Sure. They both made 500,000 of those. The next rarest Silver Eagle is the 1996 American Silver Eagle. They made 3.6 million.
Okay.
You know what that coin's worth in Mint State 70?
Go on.
About $7,000 bucks. About $7,000 to $9,000 for a 1986 Mint State 70, and they made almost 10 times as many of those. But they made them in 1986, or 1996, sorry, I didn't mean 86, 96. So they made them in 1996.
That's the hard data, right?
That's the hard date. That's the key date to the American Silver Eagle series. Now you come along with a Star Privy, which I have no Mint State 70s to sell whatsoever. We sold them out at $199, $229, $249, $279, $299, $399 is what I sold the last batch of Star Privies for. This is the same exact mintage and like a 10 times better looking coin, okay? But you've got to get it now. You've got to get it now. These are my final quantities. As a matter of fact, for the evening show, we have already lowered the time I'm even allowed to sell it. Because, you know, we have projections of how
many you're going to go.
And of course, that is even dependent on what we sell in this show.
Well, we like facts, right? And Mike just gave us the facts, so let me share some facts with you guys live at 23 minutes past 1 on this Monday morning. This is the fastest selling coin of the hour so far, and we are more than doubling projections of what we expected to sell right now. We are extremely busy. With all the orders being placed, it is undeniable. It will be a complete and utter sellout. The team are giving us 4 minutes at this moment in time. That may change. $199.99, it is on FlexPay. I've known Mike for 20 years here at HSN, and I know Mike when he gets excited. This is, you know, when Mike starts a presentation by saying that this coin is generational, that is important, and I listen to Mike. This is a really golden opportunity, if ever I saw one, to buy a coin and to buy into a coin that really is of significance. Yes, rarity, the condition, the quality, the collectability, it's all there. Mike, this is an important moment.
So you and I have worked together for 20 years. Have you ever heard me call any other coin generational?
No.
No. No. I think this coin, so in other words, this is going to be one of the key dates. So understand, the only reason we can even do it at $199 is we are at the event. These were literally released by the United States Mint Friday. Okay, Friday. Or, well, Friday, sorry, week Friday.
Quite recent.
Quite recent, a week ago. Within the last week was the release. They are already on fire. They are already out there. We have the early results back from the grading company. These are even harder to get in Mint State 70 than the Star Privies, which were already incredibly difficult to get. And the Star Privies were great. It was the first Privy mark, the rarest coin, but the star on it was lackluster, I think, in terms of a Privy mark. This with the eagle, I mean, flying in the open field like that I think it will jump it up. And I've already seen dealer premiums for the eagle Privies are more than the Star Privies, even though the Star Privies are driving more money right now. And so that's what I think is generational about this. So understand that mark, that eagle, is put on by the United States Mint. Okay, is put on by the United States Mint. I think that's a very, very, very important distinction that we have there. And it's only the second time they've ever done it on a Mint State American Silver Eagle. Now, they had done it one time before this on a proof Silver Eagle. They put in a V75 for the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Now, that V75 coin sells for about $1,200 to $1,500 in this. Sells for about, they're about to put another Privy mark on a proof coin again, not another Mint State coin, with the American Army logo for the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. That comes out next week. So
the Privy mark
is exploding, and the best and most affordable, that Army coin is going to be probably $600 out of the chute. Okay, in terms of affordability, in terms of availability, in terms of value, in terms of everything else, this is the coin.
Here.
It's right here. It's this coin, and it's not just this coin. It's right now. Like I said, I got 50,000 coins. 50,000 coins.
10% of the whole lot.
Of all the ones that were made by the United States Mint, and I am selling my final quantities here on HSN right here, right now.
The final quantities here and now. You heard it from Mike. So for Mike to have any more, he now has to go out into the market like anybody else.
And then, so now I'm $249 or $279 or $299. Because I'm paying more.
Of course.
So now that means you have to pay more unless you buy now.
Take me back to 1996 again with that other coin.
Yeah, it's just a 1996 regular American silver eagle. I made 3.6 million of them. They were conditionally rare, just like this coin. Understand we weren't grading that much back in 1996 as well, but in Mint State 70, it's a $7,000 to $10,000 coin.
Again, you see, this is why coin collecting is so exciting. It's so fascinating. You're buying into a story, you're buying into history, you're buying into this celebration, this commemoration, and you're buying into this value. Who knows what could happen with this? Here's what we know is happening though. You are getting in at that ground level moment. You're buying it from one of the biggest coin dealers in the world, Mr. Mike Mizak, here on the most trusted resource in the world, which is HSN, at $199.99. I wish we had triple the amount. I wish we had so many more of these.
Well, the plan was to have double the amount. Okay? The Mint did not participate in our plan. It was made at Philadelphia. They didn't do the best job.
Oh my God!
I mean, I love, and I've been to the Philadelphia Mint several times. I love the guys there, you know, and all that. But understand, this is just not their forte. They just don't do silver eagles. You know, they do burnished silver eagles. They do a great job with burnished silver eagles. You know, when they make those, but usually like the burnished now, the regular burnished is made at West Point. All the silver eagles are usually made at West Point. So when Philadelphia jumps in and makes a commemorative dollar or something like that, they do great. But silver eagles, not their thing, which makes it even rarer, even more valuable. So you have the rarest coin and then one of the hardest coins to get regardless of that, just based on Mint State 70 perfection. So you get this coin, you get it perfect, you get this absolutely generational collectible. It is spectacular, and once we sell this out, then the secondary market takes over, and folks, I won't sell this again at $199 if I have to go into the secondary market.
Well, all bets are off at that stage, right?
100%.
Thank you so much for all your orders.
And the first release, by the way, is exclusive to HSN.
Well, of course
while we're at it, of course.
Yeah, well, you know, we're throwing it all in there. exclusivity, and that's something that Mike has always done for HSN, bringing us something that you just can't typically find. Thank you for all your orders. We're going to head over this way. It is 1:30 here on the East Coast. Mike has his big 2-hour primetime show tonight between 7 and 9 East Coast time. We want to keep on going, though. Mike, well...
It's an Eagle Privy.
Right, an Eagle Privy.
It's just not Mint State 70.
Okay.
See, so the difference is the higher the grade, the more it's worth.
Sure.
And people bought this and say, but I want some other Eagle Privies for whatever reason. These are Eagle Privies, right out of fresh mint boxes.
Okay.
Okay, not certified. This is what I call this my defender holder.
Okay.
It just protects the coin. This is not certified.
Right, not graded.
And hence, look at the price.
It's $89.99.
$89.95, not $199.
Right.
Okay, so this is your opportunity to own an Eagle Privy. This still a generational coin, still only 500,000 coins made. A 1996 in this same defender holder, I'm going to be $199.
Okay.
Okay. At least double, just because there was 3.6 million of those.
Sure.
So it's this is almost 10 times rarer. And so you have this opportunity. Now, here's what I'm going to do, folks.
Okay.
Understand with this, say, well, yeah, I've got to, if you want a single, buy this. I'm going to give you an opportunity to buy multiples here in a minute. Okay. I'm going to give you an opportunity to buy 5 or to buy 10.
Okay.
Okay, so just let you know, if you want larger quantities, wait just 1 minute here or less than a minute, and I'll have an opportunity to buy 5 or 10, each one with a slight discount to that as well. And then we start getting into VIP financing. Okay,
and that's when we're going to get really excited. So we're $89.99. We are on FlexPay of $30. If you just want a single, again, ungraded, it's right there in the holder, which we love, but it allows us to buy into this very special and rare coin. Generational, as you said, right, Mike?
Generational. So here's 5.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's the stack of them, if you will.
Okay, so the price on the 5 is coming in at $437.50. We start to see a value there, okay, versus what we were at, which was $90 for the one coin.
Right. So, and now we unlock VIP financing. Yeah. I was alluding to that earlier. VIP financing is one of the most unique things about collecting with us here at HSN. It's something nobody else does.
Nobody does.
Nobody else in the coin business. Like I said, the #1 question I get from coin dealers: how do you do VIP financing? And as I said earlier, I was as honest as I could be. It's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. I literally have no idea how they do it. But the fact is what you do with VIP financing, you buy it. Mm-hmm. You use the HSN card.
Yep, or QVC card.
QVC card, either one of those cards. And then you get 12 months, I believe on this is 12 months interest-free financing.
$36 and change.
$36 a month for 12 months, and you can build your silver.
Absolutely.
You can stack Eagle Privies, one of the great collectibles, a generational collectible, this Eagle Privy that I've been talking about, released by the United States Mint. It has exploded out there in the marketplace, and you can bring that home, and you can own 5 of those, as you can see. A little bit of a discount on each coin if you do the 5-pack with that. Now, I have a 10-pack coming up as well, so don't order 2 5s. I have a 10-pack coming up, but once again, add in that VIP financing, and it is something that you can build your collection that absolutely nobody else on the planet can offer.
And we've seen a lot of that, certainly in recent months, Mike, that people, in terms of kind of looking to buy into things, are buying silver and gold and buying into coins.
Oh, massive.
Right?
Massive. Coins are just, and silver has started that run again. You know, all of a sudden, it has such an industrial use. I mean, you know, it's so difficult. We're in silver deficit again. They're anticipating silver deficit is going to continue for the foreseeable future. And what silver deficit means is this, is we use more silver every year than is mined or refined in the world. So we have to take that from existing supplies to the tune of 150 to 200 million ounces a year. More, so we use that. And once it's used in, let's say, an EV or a solar panel or a phone, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, silver, with the way it is, it's elemental. So the U.S. Geologic Survey estimates that about 30% of all the silver that's ever been mined in human history has corroded.
Wow.
And is gone.
Wow. Not to return.
Never to return.
It's gone.
It's elemental now.
It's well, so there you go. I mean, people are interested in silver at a rate they've never been before. We've done the single, we did the 5-pack. We'll go to a 10-pack now. A single was $89.99. The 5-pack was $437.50. Now, an even better value at a 10-pack is $849.50. Producer Rob, the VIP financing broke down to what price on that one? It breaks down
to 18 months.
It is.
And so now we're, what, $850 is what we come
47
to?
and change.
Yeah. So you're $850. So first things first, you get a year and a half to pay it off. So just the interest on that, just the interest in the current environment today is going to add somewhere in the neighborhood of about $175 to the price.
Yep.
Add in the holders, add in all that other stuff. Now you're getting down to almost what dealers are paying for these coins, and you get to stack your silver. And it's not just any silver eagle. This eagle privy that the United States Mint put on right there with the eagle flying over In God We Trust in an open field. People are going, wait, any open spot in a coin is called a field. Okay, it's just the way it is. It's always been that way. It didn't just happen. So you have an eagle flying in a field over In God We Trust on an American silver eagle that was signed into law by President Ronald Reagan. I'll call this the greatest American coin ever made. The most American coin ever made by the United States Mint.
So there it is. You heard it right from Mike himself. What more do we want? Remember, VIP financing, highly recommended. I want to give everybody the details on how to apply for the HSN card. If you want to get in on the action, you could apply right now. Most folks get approved immediately. And if you do get approved immediately, you could start shopping immediately. Let's put up the phone number for the HSN credit card. If you do get approved, you can actually take another $25 off this or any of the items we're doing tonight. It's 1-800-695-1418, or you can go to hsn.com/HSN card for all the details. Honestly, highly recommend it. Whenever Mike is here, there's always going to be some great coins available, and you'll be able to take advantage of that VIP financing. Mike, to your end, it just makes collecting more enjoyable and affordable.
And not as stressful, because how many times have you seen a coin, I just can't quite do that. You can do that.
Absolutely.
$47 a month you can do.
Yeah.
A coffee a day.
Yeah.
Not even a fancy coffee, just a regular old coffee a day, and all of a sudden you're building a significant generational collection with, I think, one of the most important coins made by the United States Mint in certainly the last 20 or 25 years. Certainly one of the most important coins in the American Silver Eagle collection, which is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. And so when you put all those things together, all those opportunities together, it's something you have to take advantage of, and you're going, well, I just can't quite do, $850.
Sure.
With this, you can.
You can. Yeah, it's true.
You can.
If you want to order, we're down to the final few dozen now before this set sells out. Remember, this is the set of 10.
Because understand, when you're selling them 10 at a time, they go pretty fast.
Yes, of course they do. And they're all going to come in the Defender holder, as Mike says. You're getting into it. And it's nice to be able to partake and get involved, Mike, and to stack up and stock up like that, right?
Right, and this holder protects it just like that, 1 ounce pure. So when you buy the 10-pack, not only that, you get over ½ a pound of silver.
It's a lot of silver.
And I have people, say, silver's going to go to $100 an ounce, and I'm going, right, that's ridiculous. Of course, when they said that gold was going to hit $3,000 an ounce, I also said they were ridiculous. So, I mean, what do I know?
Who knows?
That's right, exactly when it comes to that. But great opportunity to buy quantity here. We've sold thousands of these Silver Eagles in the 10-pack.
There's the intrinsic value. There's the numismatic value. You've got all of it together. We're excited. Mike and I are going to talk about the recent news regarding the penny and what that means for all of us coin collectors and what it means for everybody else as well. Stay with us. More from the vault right after this.
It's got to be the best deal we have ever offered.
Shop today's hottest deals all in one place on HSN's free TV streaming service, QVC Plus and HSN Plus.
This is where it gets very exciting.
Score savings from QVC, HSN, and beyond, and get that thing you need at the price you want.
Wait till you see what you're saving.
Your wallet will thank you. It's all on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app to start streaming now.
Be the first to know when your favorite brands and celebrities will be on HSN. Sign up for When to Watch emails and we'll let you know when they'll be live on air. Simply go to your HSN account to update your communication preferences and select your favorite brands. Or sign up directly at the bottom of a product page. You'll receive email notification every time your favorite brands will be live on HSN. Customize your shopping experience with When to Watch emails today.
Thank you for tuning in. We are live in the vault right now with our resident numismatist, Mr. Mike Mezak. It's a big 20 minutes left in our show. Obviously, with all the recent news about the penny, everybody's talking about it. No more pennies, Mike. Is it true?
That's what the government says. They just made a press release. They ordered their last supply of penny blanks.
Okay.
So what they make the pennies with.
Yep.
And they said once that's done, they're done with pennies.
And that's this year?
That's this year. They just ordered it.
Okay.
So they said end of 25, maybe into 26, but they'll be the same dated coins, you know, that go out.
Sure.
You know, as they're released by the Fed, is what they do. And look, I've advocated for it for 15 years. Okay, ever since it costs more than a penny to make a penny.
Does it cost? It costs
Oh
more?
yeah, it costs like 4 cents to make a penny.
Okay.
Okay, so it saves us tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars to stop making pennies. Now there's other things that go in. We got to start rounding everything up to nickels, okay, and doing all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, we're ending the penny. It's not a design change. We've been through many of those. I've never been through, in my entire career, the end of a denomination.
Oh.
The last time we ended the denomination of a coin was 1889.
And you were definitely not around
I was
for
definitely not there. We ended the 3-cent nickel, the $1 gold coin, and the $3 gold coin were all ended in 1889. That was the last time that we've ended a denomination. We had 3-cent silvers, they ended before that. We had 20-cent pieces, they ended before that. $4 coins ended before. We've ended denominations in the past, half cents, 2 cents, all ended, but 1889 was the last time that we ever did it. Well, now we're ending this. And understand, the Lincoln cent's been made uninterrupted since 1909. So it's not just, and we've made pennies in this country since 1792. Wow. Okay, the United States Mint has made pennies, you know, 1-cent coins since 1792. That ends this year. We are looking at the last penny. So rolls of just regular pennies.
Yes.
That are 50 cents, that you're supposed to get at the bank for 50 cents are going for 30 bucks.
Stop it.
For regular pennies. This is the proof penny. People always ask me, what's the one thing you want to do? And I can tell you right now, in numismatics, and you mark my words, I've done this a very long time, and I rarely give advice. They're going to make, in 2025, 400,000 United States proof sets. That's going to make it one of the rarest proof sets ever made by the United States government since 1968, since they moved it to San Francisco. I think they're changing the design, maybe even taking Kennedy off the $50. They're changing, because next year's the semi-quincentennial, the 250th anniversary. They're going to dual date everything. They're changing everything, changing all the coins, ending the pennies, doing all the stuff next year. The 2025 is going to be the last of all the things that we've known, and it's going to be one of the rarest. Anything from 2025 from the proof set, and this is the proof coin, anything from the proof set is going to be insane. I think those proof sets, which currently sell from the United States Mint with shipping and handling, are 45 bucks. The instant they sell those out, and I think they're pretty close right now, I think that's overnight almost a $100 set. It could become $150. It could become $200 just for the set. Forget about Mint State 7 or Proof 70 Perfect. These are the S-Mint coins. You can only get S-Mint coins out of the proof set. There's no other place to get them. So when you have this coin now certified absolutely positively perfect, you have to step in. You've got to pick this up. You have to understand the incredible significance, numismatic, historic, monetarily, economically, all of it. And when we have the last, don't you wish you'd have had the 3-cent nickels, the $1 gold piece and the $3 gold piece in perfect condition? That'd be about a $2.5 million collection today for those 3 coins in perfect condition.
Okay, all right. So okay, this is making a good point, and we all know it to be true. Let's get the latest numbers, Rob. How many now left, please, sir?
And this is a hard number too, by the way. Yeah, I don't have any more proof sets. So I mean, we've graded everything that we can get our hands on.
Rob, can you show America, please, how many of those there are? Can you just show absolutely all of our friends at home? We have 112 and counting. These will sell out.
And I usually take a little nap before the show because I'm old and getting up at 1 a.m. stuff, right? I mean, well, I'm usually up at 5, but I mean, you know, with this. But no, I'm talking to the producer here, and they say, well, you know, I don't have enough. I go, I can give you. I called the office. They had to get into the inventory. I had like like 24 more coins.
That was it.
That was it. I mean, we were down to like the last box, you know, that we had for overage. We don't have that. I put in the last of the coins. So now I'm sure we're under 100 on this. So you have to understand the significance of this. Now, of course, I'm going to try to get more proof sets, but if they sell out, then all of a sudden they go to $100, this is a $200 coin.
All day long.
This is a $249 coin. Because everybody's chasing this coin. This is the coin now that's sitting. Everybody loves the Kennedy half-dollar. And if they change the Kennedy, that's a $100 coin. That's a $150 coin. That's a $200 coin. If they do that, but understand, so everybody's chasing the penny right now. Everybody's chasing the Lincoln cent. You know, that's the really thing. Now, here's the thing. In American numismatics, you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
I'm always supposed to refer to this as a Lincoln cent.
Okay.
Because only England has pennies.
There you go, you see.
Okay, that's how it differentiates.
Yes.
In America, we differentiate it by calling it a cent.
A cent, yeah.
In England, it's a penny.
I always wondered. Thank you for explaining.
so we call it just because of the kind of the cultural carryover.
Sure.
We call it a penny, but it's technically a cent.
Okay. Now I know, and I can tell my friends, guys, we see you. This will completely sell out. We are taking final orders right now. It's ending now. The cents are over. The penny is gone. The final orders have been placed. There will be no more pennies. You're buying the last of it, the end of it. You know, in years and years to come, when the history books are written, they will look back at the year 2025 and say that was the year that they said no more pennies because nobody uses it. Right?
We're all going to be sitting there going, I remember when we were using pennies. Remember when we had the pennies? It's like when I say, remember when we had fax machines?
Exactly.
Okay, but worse, you know, because it's pennies and it's collectible. And it's, I mean, literally, it's part and parcel of American history from 1792. And I understand in 1792 when they made them, a penny was a lot of money. A cent, 1 cent was a lot of money.
Yeah.
They had to make half cents.
Right.
Because they couldn't price things in cents.
Wow.
You had to make half cents. And then there were 2 cent coins, half cent, 1 cent. I mean, they were significant parts of the American economic system for well over 100 years.
That's fascinating.
For well over 100 years. They were part of that. Well, that entire part of our history is going away. And then now understand, remember, in coin collecting as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what?
Condition.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
It's not just proof. It's proof perfect.
Yes.
So understand, while these proof Lincolns are just absolutely stupefyingly expensive in the marketplace, now in proof 70, that's a whole different ballgame.
Guys, the team...
We're down to the last couple dozen.
They're telling me it is absolutely about to sell out. We will not officially stamp it yet, but it is about to go. Thank you for all your orders. That was exciting, Mike.
Oh, not as exciting as the next one we're about to do.
Oh my gosh.
I've been selling this for 2 weeks.
I'm going to be wired tonight. I'll never sleep. Okay. Okay, let's get to it then. We're building upon each and every amazing coin tonight. The Sacagawea dollar and the Kennedy half. Let's talk about it.
Well, remember, so I was talking about the fact that they're going to change the Kennedy half dollar. Now, I know they're going to dual date it for next year. I believe in my gut that they're taking Kennedy off the half dollar.
Do you have inside info?
I do not have inside info. It's just a gut feel when they decide to make these changes, like when they made the Liberty coinage into Barber coinage and then did standing Liberty. I mean, you know, they take specific moments in time to change. The Kennedy half dollar has been produced since 1964. They're going to change the nickel. It's been made, you know, the nickel's been made since what, 1938. Right. The dime since, you know, 1946. I mean, they're each one of these coins, you know, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is the time. They've been made 70 or 80 years without really any functional changes whatsoever. I think they're going to use next year as the semi-quincentennial to change that, not only to do the dual dating, which will be insanity, just insanity. Okay, I remember the bicentennial. The United States Mint sold that for 2 years. And they had like 5 coins. Well, they're doing like 35 different coins. It's going to be the greatest numismatic year of my life next year. Wow. It's that exciting. But that means that these coins, and these are proof as well, and understand for this price you get both of them.
Okay, both of them.
I normally just sell the Kennedy half dollar for this. The Kennedy is always one of the things that comes out of this.
Yes.
This is always one of the things that we have, that we always sell the Kennedy proof Kennedy half dollar because it only comes in the proof set. And there's so many Kennedy half dollar collectors out there. And then you add this right in here with Sacagawea as well. And I mean, that is just a spectacular. And I think they're going to take Sacagawea off the dollar too, because it's 25 years they've been making the Sacagawea golden dollar now. Started in 2000. 2000, logical time for it to end and do something else. Okay, so now you can get these once again out of those proof sets. And I've been talking about how rare those proof sets are, how difficult those proof sets are to get. Okay, I've been talking about all of that stuff. Now's your time to get in at my regular price.
And I like and appreciate how accessible these are. $99, we're under $100. I get both coins, I'm not even choosing. I get both of them at this price, which I love. I'm getting more for my money.
Both certified perfect.
Right, which you can't buy better, right?
Right.
And it's on FlexPay of $33 and change on any credit card or debit card, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, it absolutely doesn't matter. 909-900 is the item number, hsn.com, scan the QR code, whichever is easiest for you. So as you talk about the change that's going to emerge, that means there's extra significance because this is the end of this run.
And if that's the end of the Kennedy, from 1964 to 2025, 61-year run of the Kennedy half dollar. I mean, you know, so unchanged. It's looked exactly like this for 61 years. Well, that's not true. They've changed JFK's hairline a couple of times.
Oh, why?
Well, when it was first made as a memorial because of his assassination, they went to Jackie Kennedy and said, will you approve the design? And they used his inaugural medallion, and she said, could you add some more hair up here? Oh. And they did that, so they put in more hairlines. Well, it became very difficult to carve and strike and do the dies, so they gradually blurred that out over the years. So those first 1964s, you can get full hair Kennedys, is what they call it. Yeah, it's crazy numismatic stuff.
I learn something new every time. I never knew that. Okay, thank you for your orders here. 909-900, another big seller this evening. We're up late tonight in Coin Collector, $33.33. We are heading east to our next collection.
Oh, this one is going to blow up.
This is brand new, right?
Do you realize how hard it is to do this, to put these together?
By the look on your face.
You've never sold anything like this.
The strain on your face tells me it's very difficult.
This is insanity.
Tell me.
So we're all talking about ending the penny.
Indeed.
So let's talk about the start of the Lincoln.
Okay.
They started making the Lincoln in 1909.
Okay.
And we had for many years, 50 years, what we called the wheat penny.
Okay.
And the wheat penny went on from 1909, okay, until 1958.
Okay.
What I have here is a roll from, I think we have an update.
An update coming through. No surprise. Lincoln Cent is now sold
Everybody that bought that. So what I have here is rolls of wheat pennies, Wheaties, back when they made them out of copper.
Okay.
Just like the good Lord intended, okay? They stopped that in 1982, and now they're made out of manganese zinc, okay? So they do that. But here's the key to this, and I cannot tell you how difficult this is. Well, I'm about to tell you how difficult it is. I have here a roll of Lincoln cents from the teens. Every coin here is from the teens. So 1911, 1912, these coins are all 100 years old. You get 50 of those. Easily, people sell these things for $1.50 all the time. I've been hoarding these for years. So you get a roll from the teens. Yeah. You get an entire roll from the 20s.
Wow.
You get an entire roll from the 30s. You get an entire roll from the 40s, an entire roll from the 50s. You get 250 Lincoln wheat cents, 50 from each decade that they were made. The teens are almost impossible to find, are almost impossible. The 20s and 30s are not much easier. And you get 50 of each one of those coins. These are all going to be 1910, 1911, 1912. I mean, those are all some of the crazy dates that are out there. And so you get those coins. And then the other big thing, and we went to the memorial cent, and that went until 2009. So 1959, every 50 years they changed the Lincoln cent. And then in 2009, they changed it to what they call the shield cent, okay? They change it to the Shield scent. Well, they did a special Lincoln scent where the reverse, instead of being a Shield or a Wheatie or anything else, was there was 4 different coins that showed Lincoln's life. Okay. Well, this is the first one that was released, what they call Type 1. This is birth and early years, and you get a roll of each one of those, 1 Philadelphia Mint, 1 Denver Mint. Those are all Gem Brilliant uncirculated. Another 100 coins right there. So we end up with 350 coins, 350 of the penny that is ending, or the cent that is ending.
Okay, so Mike did
now you'd assume all that's $399.
You would?
It's 99 bucks.
Okay, so you can't say fairer than that, really.
You just can't. $99.95 for these just any rolls of Wheaties right now. People are selling for, I don't know. People are trying to get $20, $25, $30, $35 a roll for like 50s. Teens rolls, you can pay $99 for a teen roll. You can pay $99 for a teen roll. My eyes aren't so good anymore, but I'll give you some of these coins and maybe you can I'll look at them and just show some of the dates that are in here. So I'll open that up. So every one of these coins is 100 years old. Okay. So you see the dates on the front, right to the right at Lincoln's thing. So I don't know if you can see them or not. I can't really see them so well anymore. Yeah, they're tiny, aren't they?
Oh my goodness me!
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta look up at 1919.
1918.
1918. There's a 1916. 1916. So you have a chance. These are nice, nice, nice. And they're VG pennies. There's another 1919. These are all 1915. Yeah. So these are all pre-World War I. These coins alone can easily be $2, $3 a piece, just for the teens. And then everything else, everybody is searching the pennies. Everybody is wanting the pennies. Everybody is after the pennies. You get 50 of those. You get 50 of the pennies from the teens. How fascinating is that? Look at that, with the original wheat cent, over 100 years old. And those are not worn away or anything like that. They are nice full date Lincolns they have right there. That's $100, it's a 100-year-old coin.
It's incredible, Mike, it's amazing.
And then the 20s coins, they're all almost 100 years old as well. So those are from the 30s. And then we have the 40s, the 50s. Here's the 20s coins right here. So, you have all the 1920s coins in that as well. There you go. I've never seen you where you just kind of go, let me look at that.
Just grab them.
Yeah, you just grab them and get into them, don't you? I mean, it's just crazy, isn't it? Look at all the dates. I mean, all from the 1920s. Those easily go for $1.
1929.
Yeah. You can have all that stuff from the Roaring 20s. I mean, authentic Lincoln cents from the Roaring 20s. How great is that? And we have these. Now, I can't tell you how long it took me to put these together. We got to literally buy bags of Lincolns, and we have people that, so a bag of Lincolns is it's a bunch of coins.
Right.
It's 5,000 coins. And we have people that literally do this and sort of, here's a 1929 S.
Okay.
So, because there's mint marks in there too. We don't pull out anything, There's another 29S. Wow, that's a good coin actually. Actually, someone must have turned in a whole roll of 29S's. There's another 28.
25.
There's a 25, yeah.
26.
And we got mint marks in here. There's a 23. I mean, could be a 25. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Gosh.
Isn't that fantastic? Look how fun that is.
Guys, these are selling like crazy. How many left, please, Rob?
I don't understand how.
With everybody placing orders at this moment, there's around 370, 380 sets left, and that's it.
Now, understand, it took me a year and a half to put these together.
I can only imagine.
So I called my guy who I get a bunch of Wheaties from, and I said, I need a bag of teens. He says, I sell you a roll. Right. I go, what do you mean? He says, they've disappeared. There's no teens anywhere out there in the marketplace. They're just gone. And and that was paying, we used to get the teens. I pay, I think $15 or $18 a roll for the teens. Wow. So those are probably going to go to $25 or $30 a roll just for the teens rolls. Okay, 20s rolls aren't much better. I mean, the 50s are relatively easy. I mean, that's about a $8 or $9 roll of wheat pennies. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the teens and the 20s are incredible. And then add these. I mean, individually, there's people who sell these coins for 50 cents a piece all day long. That's another $50, coin by coin right there, because you have those formative years, 2009s, and those are all in Gem Brilliant uncirculated as well.
So you said how many coins in total, Mike?
Well, it's 350.
350, 350 coins.
330 cents a piece.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Again, it's the end of the penny.
End of the penny, and so what better way to memorialize it in essence than a roll from every single decade of the wheat penny that started the whole Lincoln cent thing.
Mike, we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m.
Yes.
7 p.m. till 9.
7 p.m. tonight.
It's a big coin collector 2-hour spectacular prime time. Make sure you check it out. Go to hsn.com, search coin collector to see all the coins that we didn't get a chance to share with you tonight. There's always things that never get seen on TV. I'll sit and Michael.